It's getting kind of late. Did you guys want to spend the night here, or do you guys just want to keep heading south?
Like, how late are we talking? Just barely evening or afternoon, or is it really sunset?
The sun is starting to change the color of the sky a little bit.
Like, looking at the size of this is a multiple day journey through this woods.
Yep.
So we should probably start in the morning. Like, that would be...
Yeah. I'm thinking this may be 3 days if we're lucky, but probably 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely it's a morning start.
Yeah, in fact, you look toward the south gate, and it looks like a lot of these kiosks, which seem to be selling a bunch of gems. Like, they're just gem kiosks, all near the south gate. They seem to be packing up for the day.
I wonder if they're having a racket together, honestly. Like, Fair's smarter than, like, Animal. Like, they could be complicit in something like this.
I should have asked if the roads are actually, safe, not that there's, weird things going on that we keep going in circles even though we go straight onwards all the time. That kind of stuff.
I mean, you do see a nice inn nearby labeled the 100-Pound Inn, and it seems to have a whole bunch of people walking in and out. It seems to be in a tavern. There might be some people in there that you could ask.
We might as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you guys head into the 100-Pound Inn, and you see this human female behind the counter who's cleaning this mug that never quite seems to get clean. And this tavern's kind of packed. It's kind of bustling. It looks like you got merchants from all over the world in these parts. You got like a bunch of Undine merchants in one corner. You got a bunch of human travelers. You even got a little group of goblins at one of the tables. It's just a very motley crew in this tavern.
Oh man, they let goblins here.
These goblins look astonishingly well behaved for goblins.
This is, kind of a transit town. People go through. I don't think they're really particularly bothered with people who just stay there for like one night.
Yeah.
They're used to all kind of folk. Well, so I guess I'm just gonna talk to the bartenders for lodging and information. I guess, suppose.
All right. Yeah. So you ask the bartender. She says, "Oh yeah, 5 silver a night each, and you can have a room. We only got big rooms left, so you'd have to all sleep together. But you all get separate beds."
Oh, we're used to sleeping together, on the way, all that stuff.
Yeah, it happens. I get a lot of travelers through here. What was your other question?
Yeah, so we're going through Popular Pass, and I just wanted to know more about the path through. We've heard that there's Fae on the way, but, what kind of other things is there going on in there? Just wondering about that.
You lot aren't merchants, are you?
We've got business in on, and we are, not for trade, but, yes.
All right. So here's the deal with Popular Pass. There's a bunch of fear. I don't know if you know about fear. I'm mispronouncing it probably. It's spelled F-Y-R. They're like goat people. They're real short, but they love their gems. And getting through Popular Pass, it's kind of a windy, messy road. But if you bring a gem to them that they like, they'll give you a shortcut that somehow basically let you get through about a half a day. It's like a 2-day journey otherwise.
That's definitely a lucrative business idea.
I find that super weird. It's insight, right?
That would be sense motive.
Sense motive, right? That's how it's called. Yeah. I don't have it. We'll just do a raw wisdom, I guess.
I'll roll sense motive as well. Hey, I got 24 on sense motive. See if
You got my good luck.
So Nava and Don, you guys think that it seems like she's telling the truth. There's nothing funky there. Ralgil, you kind of get a little bit of almost distaste from her talk. Seems like she doesn't like the fear that live in live in the woods, but it seems like she doesn't think that they're like trying to screw anybody over.
I mean, I understand when you basically mugging the people visiting your town. You know, that's not really particularly good for business, maybe.
I do mention that. I do happen to ask to her. Do you not like the fear? Or
Oh, am I that obvious about it? Look, it's just they're clearly just trying to get as much money from these travelers as possible. These gems that they take, they've just gotten grittier and grittier over the years. Yeah, they just tend to only take. The only way that you can guarantee that you're gonna is if you buy yourself a diamond. Those can get very expensive. It's just frustrating. They used to be happy with anything you get. They've just gotten greedy over the years.
I suppose we take the long way then. Sorry.
I'm just kind of wondering, kind of looking at Donwitz's reaction to know if he wants.
Yeah.
He's gonna want to do
Yeah,
something
I think
about
that's
this.
maybe not such good behavior from them. Maybe if we encounter them, could try to convince to ease off a little bit. I mean, it's for their own good, because if they get too greedy, people might think they're better off without the shortcuts and yada yada. You know what I'm getting at.
If we can avoid a confrontation, if it's that simple, fine. But I'm just wondering, okay, if we were to stop this, would the people like us because we removed the big thing, or would they hate us because we'd removed their gem selling scheme?
Well, I'm not telling them to stop that thing, just turn down the price a bit, I mean, helping people get through the woods is all good and everything, but you've got to be sensible when you charge them.
Right. But why? What can we possibly do that will?
Well, as I said, I could just try to talk some sense into them. If it doesn't work, too bad, but it's worth a try.
All right, I have no opposition to that. Anyone else got a take?
No, except for the fact that we probably shouldn't buy a gem and just go through the normal path anyways. Save our money.
I mean,
yeah. See, if they are getting so greedy, they might get vindictive if we go out of our way to not pay them.
If they are that vindictive, we can defend ourselves.
But cutting the time it would take to go through this is something that is valuable for her purpose. Do they charge a gem per person or per group?
Oh, well, if you give them a diamond, they'll let the whole lot of you through. Usually it's per group.
So, I mean,
how important is the size of the Yule? Is that a tiny diamond fine, or do they really want big ones?
I mean, these things are
if you give them a big
standardized.
one, they'll let you through a few times. But usually you can get away with just a tiny gem. It depends on the gem, though. If you are crafty enough to convince them, you can get away with something maybe as small as, say, a pair of topaz earrings.
Okay, let's talk about gems. I'm gonna find a space alone. I'm gonna put down the box I was given. I'm gonna leave it a few feet away from me, and I'm gonna open it with Mage Hand. If there's any gem-like things in it, we can just use that.
Alright, you open up the box, and nothing exciting happens.
Okay.
Are you at an angle where you can look into it?
Well, not as I open it, but once it's safely open and nothing happened, I'll go and take a look.
Alright, what you see inside of it is a pistol with 10 bullets.
Oh.
Guns are kind of expensive, aren't they?
Guns are expensive.
Yeah, we got our money problem solved.
give someone a pistol?
Someone who thinks that would win them over?
That, I mean, that is a really expensive thing, though.
I mean, given that it's probably it might even be some sort of not commemorative, but you know how people have guns hanging on their walls and something to for decorations, maybe something like that.
Just in case, just doing a quick detect magic on it.
Alright, you actually do detect some magic.
Alright.
Gun or the bullets.
Roll me a spellcraft check to see what
That's-
kind of magic it is.
That's what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah, that wasn't super hard. This is just a +1 pistol.
Still, like, that's gonna be, like, exponentially more expensive than a normal gun.
I think that's like 3,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
So a regular pistol is 1,000, and I think +1 is +2,000 to the price.
If that guy was just, like, a bodyguard?
He was a bodyguard for weapons dealer. That's all you know about him.
Alright. Just give that away. I don't know.
I mean, given that it's a single bodyguard for well, they went to the rubble, right? And single bodyguard is probably very capable and well paid.
I mean, with all that included, like, I'm never gonna be able to use this. I don't think anyone here is able to, right?
Well, we could take a feed at next level.
So
I'm very
the
tempted to
reason-
just take proficiency just for that.
So let me just explain some quick rules for firearms.
Alright.
Each bullet, it costs you 10 gold per powder charge and 1 gold per bullet. Like 1 gold per like the actual lead. Guns have a chance of misfiring, which is why they're so uncommon. Is that if they misfire, they become broken. Gunslingers are very good at fixing their guns mid-combat. But if you roll for a pistol, it's actually a very low misfire chance. It's only if you roll a natural 1. But you can actually damage yourself with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, in other words, it's, like, not really meant to be used by normal people.
However, it does hit against touch AC if you're within the first range increment.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they have very high critical bonuses. So if you get a crit with a pistol, it's a ×4 range.
And oh,
And the range increment is 20 feet, so anything that you shoot within 20 feet, you're shooting against touch AC. So that's a quick, brief rundown on how pistols work.
mm-hmm. And even with that, even if we sold that, I'm not sure we could afford a diamond, cause they're really pricey, as I think someone mentioned earlier, and that sort of stuff. And, out of character, I've been looking up, and yeah, I don't think we can afford 5,000 gold. That's
So that dramatically depends on the size of the diamond. 5,000 gold is a pretty hefty diamond.
Yeah, I think when
Right,
you're
but
looking
it's
at
still
diamonds for, like, spell crafting, it's like, it is not just a diamond. Like, it's, like,
It's
diamonds.
a diamond worth X amount. Or
Yeah.
a diamond dust of X value.
I think a single diamond is I think more in the ballpark of 100 GP. Which is still kind of expensive, but a lot more affordable.
that would be a very
So
tiny.
The best way to find out is to ask those merchants.
I have a question.
Fire away.
So, you know how you can use Mage Hand to, like, open containers and whatnot?
Yeah.
Could I use a gun through Mage Hand?
You could not use a gun through Mage Hand.
You just push a lever.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you could be able to do it, but Mage Hand's only for moving objects, not really for...
I moved
There's
the
a
trigger.
separate spell for having a weapon fight alongside you.
Fair. Because in that case, like, just being pragmatic here, I have no intention of shooting anyone, but I'm never gonna be able to use this. We might as well see if we can have enough money from this to get what we need to cross Poplar Pass.
Mhm.
Probably will if we can get a good price for the pistol. We also
Yeah,
need to find a buyer for the thing.
That you make a point. But it is a bustling metropolis, right?
Yeah,
maybe not
you could
Metropolis,
easily...
but-
this is basically a merchant town. If you can't find somebody to buy a +1 pistol, then I don't know where else you can.
Alright.